Namaste, angels. This is going to be the weekly love reading. A piece of lettuce from my salad. I apologize. I had done a really awesome, really, if I do say so myself, really, really awesome. Unfortunately, it got Mercury retrograded it. In only 17 minutes and 53 seconds of what should have been at least a half-hour reading got deleted. It was the second spread that I was up to, but it didn't complete. So I started to share it, and then I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to share this. I may share it with my Patreon subscribers. I may let them see what it was up to that point. You can just hear me saying like, shit, whatever. So I don't even remember what happened, but I must have seen something happen and then presumed that it was continuing to record, but it was not. Anyway, so here we go. We're beginning with the dice and buy shoes, romantic dinner, and email. Spirit says, eat cake. Happy birthday to any Pisces out there celebrating. Still romantic dinner. And it's 50-50. Maybe you're going Dutch at the romantic dinner. You're splitting it. Or this could be about balance. Maybe balanced one's own inner masculine and feminine energies. Like the King of Cups. He's a very balanced energy person. Or this can be the give and take in a relationship, right? Each person has to give some. Okay, Two of Earth just dropped out. I think Two of Earth showed up twice in the general reading. Too much going on at once. Doesn't need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. In terms of love specifically, when the Two of Pentacles shows up, it tends to mean that, you're spending too much time focused on money and or work and not enough on, being social, spending time with your mate, focusing on your relationships. Or if you're single, and you want a relationship, you're not spending enough time being social and being out there where you can find one. Again, too focused on money and work. Beginning with the Two of Summer or Two of Cups, you're falling in love or experiencing a deepening of emotion in your current relationships, marriages, or romantic partnerships in distress can still be saved. Don't give up. And behind that is the Three of Spring. So it may take some patience. You may have to wait. There could be some delay. My guess would be that delay is being caused by Mercury retrograde. It tends to do that. Stop to take time to review and to make long-term plans, capitalizing upon your past successes in the meantime. It's appropriate to pat yourself on the back for all of your accomplishments, but you may also need patience for the next phase to play out. Let's see what the next card is. It is in reverse, but it is the Knight of Wands. With the relationship oracle, deception. Someone's wearing a false self mask in this relationship. I actually called the general reading, entitled the general reading, the masculine's Mardi Gras mask. Because some of them have a mask that they are wearing and need to take off like this. Let's see. Behind is healing family issues, but it is upside down. The angel therapy cards. Heart chakra. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. And the next card there is also upside down. I'm going to take these two stacks away, I think. And begin with this one. Divine feminine. The masculine is relates to the feminine, to himself and his feelings on the union or connection as a whole, whether you're single, partnered, committed, it's complicated, whatever the case is. We're talking about energy here. I put it there. That's the outcome card. I usually don't do it in that order. What energy the masculine would have the feminine give to the union or connection this week, what he himself is willing to. What the universe would have each or both contribute. It's 50-50, and even wants to help us with, but we have to first affirm because we have free will. The universe will not take away our free will opportunities to decide what we want. So we have to ask it to intervene in our free will choices. And again, the overall energy is deception. Someone's wearing a false self mask. Divine feminine. It's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. That can be what its 50-50 means too. Give and receive. The masculine is relates to the feminine. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Himself. Very soon. So he knows he's paused. But very soon, if you clearly decide what you want, will come to you now. That's how the law of attraction works. And it looks like what he has an opportunity to pull toward him is true love, like a genuine soulmate connection, which not surprising with, you know, dealing with Pisces, the sun in Pisces, the moon in Pisces, Mercury in Pisces. It's a lot of love energy. And also you got to check out like the placement of the other planets too in relation to that. There's a lot going on. The masculine on the union or connection as a whole, passion. Allow your heart to and soul to sing with joy. But look, this is an angel. And this is a you know, looks like a humanoid woman. Or are those angel wings behind her too? Maybe I see some white there. But this, so that would give an indication that this is a divine connection. You know, these are spiritual beings, maybe a twin flame relationship. It's very Two of Wands, that card. Overall, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So if you are feeling something or you do meet somebody during this period, you know, check it out. Maybe don't go by the surface. Like the Piscean energy could be deceiving you too, confusing you. What's reality, what's fake. Or causing somebody to not, you know, fully be themselves. With the masculine, have the feminine give what energy to, you know, to the union or connection. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. This can be literal. I think this is more so for people who are not yet committed, though. This is about, like, I'm just getting an energy of being really social. Even though she is in wedding attire, I don't think this is necessarily, the message I'm getting is necessarily for couple people, or, you know, committed people or somebody that would get married. Then again, in the reading I just did, I said I see people like attending a wedding or some sort of big social gathering. So this could be friends. That might be how you get to meet somebody. Like attending somebody else's wedding or social or anniversary party or something. That's what I had seen in the other one. And it can really be asking for a friend to intervene. If you know, like, you're a friend of a friend, a mutual friend, that they can, you know, talk to the person with whom you're interested. They can talk, you know, say a good word for you, and get the communication open if you know, intentionally haven't been speaking, or arrange some sort of meetup, romantic dinner even. That would be helpful. Also, this is like the angels for me, where it says like ask your friends for help. That's who would be my help, my friends. Like I would call on, at that card heart chakra, it said call on Archangel Raphael and ask him for help. I would consider them my friends and asking them for the support too. What the masculine himself is willing to do, it is make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. And again, according to this, it is great love. It is true love. And according to this, the way I read it, it's very Two of Wands. So it's like, it's very possibly, you know, like a spiritually based soulmate relationship, divine union, twin flame relationship. What the universe would have each or both do is retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So this can be, again, the need for you to spend time together, like the Two of Pentacles that showed up here. There's a need to stop focusing so much on work and maybe do a little play, maybe do a little spending time being social, spending time together. These two are in wedding attire as well. Somebody may actually be getting married. And And if you're invited to a wedding or some other large, event, again, social event, you should attend. You should go. February is a huge wedding month, so it's very possible, actually. And I just noticed these kids are in wedding attire as well. I guess they're like the ring bearer and the flower girl. So something's going on. And you need to go if you've been invited. And the outcome, playfulness. Yeah, so not so much work, time for play. And the energy of Pisces is all about play too. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And that's how you're going to spark it up. These, I'm going to go ahead and cut them in a million piles again. I normally cut into 6, but I've just been doing these randomly, like random number of piles. A lot of cuts to make sure we get them good and mixed up, even though I shuffled them plenty, before I started. So far, we're on the wheel. Major Arcana card 10, expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. That sudden positive change and should result in joy and happiness. It'll work out well for you. May involve a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. May require your action. And or, there could be some actual conflict here where there is, if it's not about you being conflicted, like, your inner self, maybe again, your inner masculine and feminine out of balance or something, then it can be with conflict with close friends and or family for me when it shows up with the 5 of fire. Divine being or couple. Recent past. Near future. Masculine's higher self. Blocks the individual or shared progress. What the feminine can do to help herself. What the masculine can. What the universe would have each or both do, but they have to first affirm because we have free will. And the outcome. And our overall energy is the 5 of fire. But so far, these cards are totally different from the ones before. Which is interesting for me. Because usually when I redo a reading, I end up with like the same kind of reading just about. So far, no, with this. Divine being or couple. Ace of Autumn, very nice. You can expect a windfall of abundance. So this is in line with the Wheel of Fortune that was just here too. Such as money, timely assistance, a serendipitous meeting, or rewarding advice. You may be offered a fabulous new job or promotion, or the prospect of a profitable business venture or investment. Recent past. The Page of Fire. Outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. The Page of Fire in your recent past may mean, since it's a court card, you had some sort of encounter with a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. It also could be here representing Mars, the planet of action, which might be why we have an overall energy of the 5 of fire. We need to passionately pursue something, or we recently had an opportunity to do so, or we will over the period of this week, maybe earlier in the week. Or it could be representing Jupiter, Sagittarius' ruler, the planet of growth, expansion, karma, luck. It is positive, it seems, this 5 of fire, because right behind it is the 6 of winter or swords. The challenging times are coming to an end. So even if it is representing conflict, like you're moving out of that, Maybe it's a family situation, like even divorce or separation, or something that you're working through in a more positive way, you're making up. And so, you know, you might have started with a challenging energy, but by the end, it's gone. Challenging times are coming to an end, and you can now breathe a sigh of relief. Let go of the past and embrace the happier times ahead. This can also be about some sort of movement or travel in a more literal sense if it's not just metaphoric. And maybe even involving crossing water, even if it's local travel. Near future. The moon. Yes, the moon. New moon is today. The Pisces new moon. And Major Arcana card 18 in the tarot does represent the sign of Pisces. Important psychic insights. Events behind the scenes. Release fears that hold you back. Masculine's higher self. The Ace of Spring. A wonderful new opportunity presents itself. It may have come as a surprise, but you'll still want to spring into action and to passionately pursue every possibility. 2 aces already. We only have 4 cards turned over. 2 aces and a major arcana. Fitting of the day. Blocks to individual or shared progress. That Prince of Spring, Knight of Wands. Passionate, charismatic, confident, and restless. He is, like the page, a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, or someone likened to those traits or attributes. An opportunity arises that needs your attention right away. Moving quickly is important, yet there's nothing that you can't handle if you follow your own inner guidance. Now, for some, the block is that you do a lot of traveling for your work. And we already talked about you spending too much time focused on work, but you also do a lot of traveling for them. And so you're very transient. And it's like you haven't settled down somewhere and like prepared a space for yourself. I'm not saying like you have to own your own home or even apartment or whatever, you know, but you're just not like settled in anywhere. You know what I mean? You're transient. I don't know a better way to say it. And so it's coming up as a block for you. Like you need to, I guess even if you do travel a lot, well, you know, you need to see if you can figure out a way to slow down. If you're interested in having a relationship, maybe cut back on some of that. And or you may want to, you know, how they say, like create some roots in some area. Pick an area. Start building some roots there. For other people, I mean, it's a court card, so it could be an actual person that is a block that's in the way, that's you know, particularly significant in terms of the block. And wands in general are about movement, so it can be like just you being having been stagnant is the block. You not taken action. Remember this overall energy of the 5 of Wands. And or having conflict with close friends and or family. Maybe a fire sign. What the feminine can do to help herself. The 3 of Spring. Be patient. Ride it out. It's going to dissipate. Stop to take time to review and to make long-term plans. Capitalizing upon your past successes. It's appropriate to pat yourself on the back for all of your accomplishments, but you may also need some patience in order for the next phase to play out. What the masculine can do to help himself is the 2 of Cups. You're falling in love, so he needs to acknowledge this. This is how he's going to help himself. It may be with a fire sign, or there may be a fire sign that needs to go, you know, significant in some way. It could be, again, failing to move, or the fact that he is the one that moves around or travels too much. He's too, you know, all over the place, and he needs to establish some roots somewhere. And to focus on, you know, his relationship if he wants to maintain one. You're falling in love or experiencing a deepening of emotion in your current relationship. Marriages or romantic partnerships in distress, right, that are conflicted, can still be saved. Don't give up. Right? Here's the new opportunity, or the news of a new opportunity, maybe to save it or to fix it or to meet somebody. Where it depends what stage you're at, but here's an opportunity for partnership, and then here's a new beginning. Well, here's the news, and here's the actual opportunity. What the universe would have us each or both do, and even wants to be involved with, help us with, but we have to first affirm because we have free will, is, I can't pick it up, but these, the Two of Winter. Yeah, this was a big one in the general reading. Was it the general reading or the moon reading? The moon reading. This was a big one. Because I talked about when the Two of Winter shows up, for the way that I read it, and I think the way it is in this particular deck too, as a matter of fact, it often has to do with not only have you not, it's an indecision, an energy of indecision is what it represents. And not only have you not made a decision, but you haven't made a decision because you're afraid, you're inhibited by what others might say or do or think of your choice. Procrastination and worrying about what others will think is blocking you from making a decision. If you're torn between your own desires and someone else's, follow your inner guidance. The universe wants to help you to do that. To find the confidence, to release the fears, whatever it is you need to do. The universe wants to help you, but you have to, again, call upon it to intervene in your free will choices. So again, that can revert back to let your friends help you. What friends? Your ancestors, your angels, your guides, whatever you call them. Or, sure, you can use friends on this plane too. It's up to you. And the outcome here. It's another 2. Major Arcana card 2, the High Priestess, with a new moon right in the card. This is the time to pause and reflect. Maybe not to take action. So maybe it is this indecision, not necessarily justified, but it makes sense right now during this period. Again, maybe because of Mercury retrograde. So go ahead, chill, pause. And yeah, she would be all for that because, she's first and foremost a Gemini, so ruled by Mercury. And then otherwise possibly a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is a time to pause and to reflect, not to take action. Trust in your spiritual gifts. So again, following the guidance, including the guides that we just talked about you calling upon. And nothing will be hidden from your divine intuition. Things may be seeming like they are hidden because the moon energy, or the Piscean energy, it's confusing. Neptune is confusing. But what's done in the dark will come to light. And the universe is telling you that it will with the High Priestess. Further to that, from the romance angels to the masculine, let go of control issues and allow this situation to unfold naturally. The feminine, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. That can be what this is about. And right, you're afraid about what others will think. It may have something to do with some sort of ideology with which you were raised. And masculine, this needing to control the situation is a fear too, or to attach to a fear too. So you go, you're afraid of the unknown and to go with the flow. So you need to address that part. From the angel therapy card to the masculine crown chakra. Pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. Let your friends help you. Feminine, integrity. So again, this is about doing what you want and being true to you and being truthful, period. honest. That's what integrity is all about. Align your actions so that they match your values and your inner knowingness for what's right for you, not other people. From the Angel Therapy card to the masculine, it is another major arcana card, 18, the moon. It's important to trust your intuition, even if you're unsure of what's happening. All will be revealed soon, so worry is unnecessary. Again, you're going to get guidance, follow it. The guidance that you're going to get, it's higher than your own. So you can let go of the control issues and go with the flow of this. You can trust this. From the animal tarot to the feminine to go along with her integrity is the Ace of Winter, who's going to cut through any bullshit anyway, the Ace of Swords. Implementation of your brilliant new idea may get off to a rocky start, but keep going. The challenges will help you to refine your plan and to reshape your goals into something even better. So the Ace of Swords shows up, yes, when there is a matter of integrity and the truth needs to come out, something needs to come to light. Or it is also a card of success, like means you are, you made it. You may have had some struggles, which it seems that there has been some struggles, some challenges, and maybe even conflict with loved ones. But this is, survival. This is success in those areas, a fresh start, a new beginning. This is our third ace in the reading. The only one that's missing is the Ace of Cups. Close. It is another Two of Cups for the masculine, right? He's got one here. This was his card too, the Two of Cups. All right, what he can do to help himself. And now he's got one here in his device. A relationship that continues to grow closer. That's one possibility. Also, forgiveness and the positive resolution of a conflict. And then we move forward. And lastly, boom, the Ace of Water, all four aces. Falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, maybe even a new home. The Ace of Water is about meeting someone new, starting a new relationship perhaps. It is about reconciliation as well. So making up with somebody, getting back together. And Mercury retrograde is good for bringing back exes. They may be some air and water stuff happening. We have a lot of fire sign energy here in the body, but I don't know. I think that air and water is saying something. And air and water showed up in one of the others. I don't remember if it was the general or the moon reading, but we had a Queen of Air or Swords and a Page of Cups or water, like one atop the other in one of the readings this weekend. And I was just reminded of it when I saw these two aces together. So whatever your sign is or element is, it does not matter. Looks like a lot of positive energy for love. If we're not unwilling to shake off any fears that we may have about what we don't know that may happen in the future. So let go of that. Go with the flow. Be organic, and looks like you should have a good week in terms of love. If you have liked the video, please actually like it by giving it a thumbs up. Share it if you don't mind. Both or either, totally helpful. If you're not yet a subscriber, please consider becoming one by hitting both the subscribe button and the bell button so that you can hopefully get your notifications whenever I put up a new video. If you like your own private reading or energy healing or merchandise or just to chat or to be my friend or something on social media, I welcome any and all of that. And the information to do so will be in the description box below. Thanks for watching. Namaste.